It's time for us to predict the American Football Conference North Division. We waited to have the North predicted and the West predicted in our first two shows here in Kansas City. You know why? Because the Kings of the North last year and the Kings of the West last year are playing each other on Thursday night. We're not just spitballing here. We have a plan. We come up with a plan and we execute the plan.
Yes.
So it's now time for division predictions presented by Lowe's. And here we go. Chris Brockman, you are first.
Oh, all right.
Predicting the AFC North, which you have said multiple times on this program, will get 3 teams in the playoffs, just like it did last year when Joe Flacco led the Browns.
Yeah.
And the only team that didn't make it was Jake Browning's Bengals. Mason Rudolph led the Steelers, and the defending MVP led the Ravens. What do you have
I think
for
both
2024?
Both North are the two best divisions in football. I think they're going to get 5 combined, NFC, AFC. Maybe 2 only come out of the AFC, not sure. But I think it's the Ravens and the Bengals at the top. All due respect to the champs. Got to keep them at number 1. They got Derrick Henry. Do we say any more? I mean, come on. We're going to see that tomorrow night. I like the Bengals number 2. Jamar Chase will be back out there. Joe Burrow, like you said, Rich, he could be MVP this season.
Yes, sir.
I don't see a scenario where Pittsburgh wins it, and I just look at the quarterback situation. It's a great unknown for them. And I know Deshaun Watson is coming off of an injury, but he was playing really well before he got hurt last year. 5-1 in the games he played before he went out. And I just like Cleveland a little bit better. They're 3rd.
TJ Jefferson, your AFC North predictions, please.
Pretty close, pretty aligned with what Chris has. I like to start from the bottom and go up. I've got the Browns finishing in 4th, not because I don't think they'll be good. Oh, my God.
Your friend Nate's going to be so pissed at you.
Yeah, my buddy Nathan Zagora, no disrespect. Remember last year I predicted that all 4 teams from the North would make the playoffs, and then for 12 weeks I looked like T.J. Thomas. I think this is a tough division. They all don't like each other. They all beat the crap out of each other. I got the Browns finishing 4th. I got the Steelers coming in 3rd because I couldn't put them last or else I wouldn't be able to go home again. And then I got the Bengals finishing number 2, and I got the Ravens winning the division.
All right. So in terms of my AFC North predictions, I am with you, Chris, despite how much I do like the changes that they made in their offensive coordinator, and I do like their defense very much.
Yes.
And I think Patrick Queen being added to the Steelers' defense is huge. But once again, I have taken this approach for 3 straight years with a guy who I would consider a friend, because everybody who meets him considers him a friend. But for 3 straight years, I've said I need to see it with Russell Wilson, and I still need to see it again. So I am putting the Steelers in 4th place in this division because the Browns have a championship defense, sir. And I need to see it from Deshaun Watson. I know you said Deshaun Watson was 5-1. He didn't look all. I mean, win-loss for a quarterback is one thing. He was terrific in Baltimore in beating the Ravens. Terrific. The Browns have a great defense. I can't see them finishing in last place with that defense.
I can't.
It was tough. It was a tough.
I just can't. So I'm putting them there at 3. And the reason why our crack staff has not put the predictions up on the screen yet is because I'm choosing the Bengals to win the division. Ooh. Even though I put the Ravens higher than the Bengals right now in my power rankings enter the season, I do believe that by the end of the day, the Bengals will win this division. I think all the Bengals have to do is just beat the Browns, man.
Yeah.
Because they usually they can't. And this is the year to try and do it.
Do it.
Okay? This is the year for the Bengals to do that. And if they do what I do believe they do, which is, beat the Browns, and I think Joe Burrow is going to have an MVP season. So I take the Bengals to return to the top of the AFC North. The Ravens are right there. I mean, I think that it's going to be neck and neck right to the end of the season. Browns and then Steelers. Maybe all 4 teams do make it. That would be wild, where there's no other wild card teams from any other division but the AFC North. That's how good this division is. But I do think they kind of knock each other off, and the Bengals are the ones who eventually emerge, with the Ravens still making it, and maybe the Browns do. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.